What is going on, esteemed witnesses of the courtroom? This is the Croc to bring you an X and Y OU battle versus my boy Gemini, aka Star Battler 92. So let's jump directly into this X and Y battle. So he is going to be leading here with his Dazed, his Starmie. I'm just going to be leading with myself. Now I am choice Scarfed. I know for a fact that there's not much on my team that can take this Starmie down per se. But I'm like, okay, I have Mega Pincer. I know U-Turn is going to do an absolute shit ton. I figure I could revenge kill it. I know I can take one attack from this Starmie, and I make a really risky play right here in the beginning. Just hoping, of course, that he's not Life Orb. And seeing this turn right here, if he was Life Orb, I would have just lost my win condition, which is my Mega Pincer. But I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to Mega Evolve into my Mega Pincer. And Mega Pincer is not playing any games. I see from that range, Area Lake Quick Attack is an easy kill. So down goes one of the biggest threats on his team, this Starmie, and it's out of the way already. So he's going to be switching into his Mienshao, and I guess he misclicked there because that's a really, really bad mismatch here with Pincer. So he switches out immediately into his Excadrill, and I know I need to be switching out, and I go out into my Mandibuzz, which is probably my most defensive thing to take this particular attack, this Rock Slide. Now, of course, since I'm bold, I take that pretty nicely. He does get the unfortunate flinch there. I'm going to get some leftovers, recovery, and residual HP on the end turn here, as he's going to be switching immediately into Hulk Hogan. Now, again, another Pokemon that I feel like I can deal with. Just going to go for the knockoff in case he's banded or Life Orb. Knock off that Life Orb, so definitely not as big of a threat. But Sheer Force Darmanitan is no joke. I guess I figured him to go straight away for the Flare Blitz as opposed to the Rock Slide, so I stay in and go for the Roost either way, knowing he really can't win this matchup, as it's probably at least a 2-shot, maybe a 3-shot with his Rock Slide, even with Sheer Force Factor. He is going to have to be either switching out, or in this case, going for the U-turn and getting the priority switch here, which he actually goes back into Bradley. Bradley going to be his Hydreigon here, as I just go for the foul play, knowing I could have done a decent amount to that Darmanitan, and it does a pretty decent chunk to this Hydreigon, just considering all that's factored. So I guess I figured he's going to go straight away for the Draco, but he actually ends up going for the Dragon Pulse as I knock off his... It is the Choice Specs, so that would have been a potential issue to my team. We kind of just brought whatever. X and Y OU is, or X and Y in general, still kind of a newish metagame. So going to be switching out into my Zelf here. I know I can take Dragon Pulse pretty well. I know it's going to do a shit ton of damage, but I go for the Dazzling Gleam. I thought about going for the U-turn, but I knew it probably wouldn't kill. So going to go for that 4-time super effective Dazzling Gleam, and down goes this Hydreigon, as he's going to be switching in this Excadrill. Now at this point, Azelf has done some really nice work, so I don't want to sack it quite yet because Stealth Rocks aren't out, so I know I can get a free switch in again if that is the case. Just going to go out into my Landorus Therian form, get that Intimidate off. I know he's probably going to put the rocks down, which is fine because now Azelf is perfect Death Botter, so that really doesn't matter at all to me. As he's going to switch this Excadrill out for Wild Chase, the Breloom. Just going to go for the Earthquake. Now, he's not expecting this Earthquake to do that much damage. I am Choice Banded, so that's a 2-shot on this Breloom switch, who thought it could very easily come in on this supposed defensive Landorus or bulky Landorus build and spore me to death, so that's not going to be the case. Now, of course, he's got those rocks down for my Mandibuzz and my Azelf. I figure Azelf, perfect sacrifice right now, just to see what he wants to do, kind of learn more about this Excadrill setup. Just goes for the Rock Slide, as I'm going to switch into my Clawitzer. Now, I know I can take any attack from this Excadrill at least once and go for a very safe Water Pulse to take this guy out with the Mega Launcher boost. So that's kind of the game plan. Going to go down to 42 HP, go for that big Water Pulse with a Mega Launcher boost, and he is sashed. Unfortunately there, that is just not what I wanted to see. And I guess I go out of my Clawitzer into my Swellow. Unfortunately, one big issue to this team, especially at this point, he actually goes for the Earthquake, I guess predicting me to try to stay in, but I actually just switch, go for the Facade. I know that's going to take it out either way, but I've got the Stealth Rock damage on Swellow. Mandibuzz will die to the, well, will be weakened by the Stealth Rocks, and of course Clawitzer will die to the rocks. So now he's going to bring in this Mienshao. I figured he'd go for the Fake Out, but he actually goes for the High Jump Kick, as opposed, so that's going to deal a nice chunk as he crashes here. And I'm trying to figure out if he actually wants to sack this me and Shao, but he is Choice Scarf. Going to smack me in the face with a high jump kick, and down goes my Swallow. And now I've got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do here. As I go back into Clawitzer, I know he can easily KO me here. I guess I'm wasting high jump kick PP. He is Scarf, so he's going to lock himself down on it anyway. So I go out into Pinsir here, who's also weak to rocks. And now I can get a free switch into my Landorus, get an Intimidate off, but I actually go into Mandibus first. I don't know what's with all the sacrificial play in this match by me. There's just a lot of sacrifice going on as I finally go out to my Landorus. And, of course, I'm going to get that Intimidate, which is, he was like, well, Vec, I don't have HPI, so I was like, alright, that's cool. But this high jump kick after an Intimidate actually does a really good chunk of damage. The only thing I can think of is I'm not as a bulky build Landorus T as most Landorus T should be. So, of course, the Earthquake going to take that out. He's going to go back into his Darmanitan, and I will win the speed here. And, of course, I'm going to finish this Darmanitan off with a Choice Banded Earthquake. And down goes Hulk Hogan. And Gemini is going to go down just like that. So that was a great match. Star Battler 92, a.k.a. Gemini. A couple notes on that match, and a couple big things also. So, first off, the notes on the match. The very first thing, a lot of sacrificial play by me. I don't know if I just wanted to guarantee myself the win there, just letting Landorus do the rest of the work. I guess I figured at the point I'd made so many sacrifices, I guess I felt like they really did their job. Azelf did exactly what I needed him to do. That Dazzling Gleam play was just really took Star Battler surprise there. I really wanted to go for the U-turn, but I wanted to just go straight away for stab. Four times super effective, not stab, and just take him out. So, some cool things. Alright, so cool things that are happening. Sea Slug is amazing, and I will be having some really cool videos coming soon, so I want you guys to stay tuned for that. I want to know what you guys think of the devamps that I've been using for Gen 2. Crap, there was another cool thing, and I'm just trying to think of what it is. Oh, that's what it is. So, I don't know if you guys pay attention to Gen 2 at all. I'm going to link something below to you guys. Smogon's Twitch. They actually got together and did a Gen 2 cast. If you guys have any interest in Gen 2 at all, I recommend you check that out. They were talking about stuff with the Smogon Premier League, which of course isn't played over Wi-Fi. It is a standard Pokemon Online tournament for different variations and generations. And they had some really interesting ideas, but I did want to share one of those with you in this. And Tyranitar actually usually opts out of Dynamic Punch for Toxic. I guess it's the most damaging attack that you can use on like Misdreavus and Machamp, because you can wear those two down because Machamp doesn't normally have rest. So it was kind of an interesting idea. It became kind of a thing in this last SPL, as long as you keep spikes on the field. So, a couple other small things. I'm considering entering this new VGC tourney. I just started playing VGCs. I have to enter that really soon. And there's an Inverse Battle Season 4, which I'm looking really forward to. And stuff. So, that was a great match. Thank you guys. If you guys enjoyed, as always, rate, comment, subscribe, peace out, objection, and find the computer room, and deuces.